You want to bet on some games, Terry?
Yeah,
I guess he wants to bet on some games. I don't know how you.
I'm taking Creighton.
We're very well aware of that.
I'm taking Auburn.
All right, we're gonna start at the top. So Auburn and Creighton, 7 p.m. today. Chip.
Creighton rolls.
Chip.
Thank you, Terry. Give me Auburn.
Auburn.
You're going Auburn?
Yes.
Okay, that's where all y'all fall.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for the warning.
Two schools that can't beat Appalachian State in football, Michigan and Texas A&M, square off in a basketball game, boys. The Wolverines and this Yale squad. Terry, who got in that one?
Michigan.
Yeah, I got Michigan.
I'm gonna take A&M.
I think I'm going to say that I've never seen Texas A&M play basketball in my life. I'll go with Michigan on that one. This one's been bothering me as far as, how the North Carolina Athletic Association likes to, make up brackets weirdly. Why can't we call Mississippi Mississippi? That's their name, not their nickname. Nobody else gets their nickname on there.
Ole Miss. No, they don't put the Ohio State on there.
And it's Ole Miss, by the way.
Actually, the official name
Ole
of
Miss.
Ohio State is the Ohio
But
State.
they don't put it on a bracket.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's Ole Miss is not the official name.
Why don't they just write Mississippi? It's not confusing.
Because they're trying to hide who they are.
Yeah, okay.
They don't have the best reputation.
Well, they're at Iowa State. I showed you that chart a minute ago. Iowa State's one of those teams that fit those KenPom rankings.
I'm taking Iowa State.
I'll take my advanced stats, even though Tom don't like them. And they scored an even number of points in the first round. Tom's the national champion.
Your
They can
sabermetrics.
stick 15 to 16.
Your sabermetrics. Mike Trout plays for Iowa State.
You're taking Iowa State, Kevin?
Yeah, the metrics work out.
I'm taking the University of Mississippi.
Iowa State's got a better WAR than Ole Miss on this one.
Yeah, I think Mike Trout is going to play basketball for Iowa
I still
State.
don't know how you guys don't fill out brackets. I mean, you're on a sports show, for crying out loud. You guys don't fill out brackets.
New Mexico at Michigan State. Or not at Michigan State, versus Michigan State. Michigan State's favored by 7.5 in this one. Sparty's for me.
Yeah, I mean, Izzo's my
Michigan
dark horse.
State.
I don't know if you can call it a two-seed a dark horse, but
Michigan State.
Baylor at Duke tomorrow at 2:40. Duke 11.5-point favorites. Tommy.
So give me Duke.
Give me Duke. They're gonna lose next round to Arizona on Thursday or Friday, whichever day. We'll see Caleb Love put them out.
I can't say their name on there. It makes me
Caleb
throw up.
Love is still playing college basketball.
Give me the one ACC team that's still alive. I'll put it that way.
You're pulling for Duke.
He has
Said he's
to.
picking.
I'm picking them. I will never pull for them.
He's pulling for him.
The only time I'd pull for them is if they were playing Tiger Woods and something.
Well, we do share that in common. our hatred of Tiger Woods.
Terry.
I won't say hatred.
Oh, I hate him.
Oregon at Arizona. I got the Wildcats.
I just like Jack with his 18 majors.
Let's say
Chip.
now.
Give me Caleb Love. I want the matchup. Give me Arizona.
They did beat Akron, Tom.
Oh, they did, huh?
Soundly.
The Zips did want none.
The Zips didn't
Caleb
want
Love.
none of that. Okay. Yeah, so I like Arizona in that one.
Terry.
Oregon wins.
Terry gets the Ducks. Mormons and Cheeseheads. Cheeseheads favored by 1.5. Wisconsin and BYU today at 7:45. Chip.
I'm gonna pick against the Mormons. Let's go Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin. I'm sure BYU's got like a 7'6" dude.
Yeah, give me BYU.
No, but BYU does have a lot of three-point
Out the
shooters,
Cougars.
and that's the point that beats Wisconsin. So BYU wins.
All right.
Jackie.
If I remember correctly, Vanderbilt beat Alabama in football.
Yes.
And then some other bad school beat Vanderbilt also.
Yes.
I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
But
Like Georgia State or somebody.
the vaunted Commodores of the SEC were just beat by St. Mary's. Now St. Mary's plays Alabama.
Who did you take?
Oh, which one?
The one before.
BYU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good job.
St. Mary's was the higher seed.
Are you guys picking St. Mary's to beat Bama, or is Tom going to yell Roll Tide?
No, as much as I hate Alabama, they'll win.
Yeah, I'm also taking Alabama. They got a kid named Sears. It's pretty darn good.
Forgive me, Father. It's Lent, and I'm not taking St. Mary's. But
Sears is out of business, Terry.
Bama's going to win.
Oh, Lordy.
I was going to say, Jackie just started listening, so she can't call in for those Martinsville tickets.
She's a little late.
Okay.
I'm sure she heard there's probably a big flea market somewhere in the area, but sorry, you're not going to get to go to Martinsville.
Because that going to break her heart?
Yeah, she's a flea market junkie, so I'm sure there's one nearby.
Got you.
You taking Alabama?
Yeah.
Good job.
All right, UConn and Florida. Florida favored by 9.5. Chip?
Chip, you don't have to think about this. You don't think on reputation. You got to think on 2025, man.
No. Yeah. I'm going to go Florida.
I wouldn't pick Dan Hurley to do anything. Florida Gators for me. Chomp them. I hope they beat them by 40.
Do you know who I am?
Terry?
Oh, I'm Florida.
Tyler?
Florida.
Maryland, whose coach is ready to leave at any moment, said they didn't get to stay an extra night. AD told him he couldn't afford the hotel rooms.
Wow.
Say that again?
That's the exact words from the AD. I mean, from the coach, that we couldn't come an extra day early because the AD told us that they couldn't afford the hotel rooms.
Wow.
So some administrator with a do-nothing job is making about $300,000 a year.
Yeah, well, they put more into women's softball and football, and I'm telling you, I mean, some sports are not top of their line, and basketball's not the top of their line.
Well, Maryland plays Colorado State.
Back in the old days when they was the ACC, different story.
Yeah,
but now they're in the
Williams
Big
is
Ten.
rolling over in his grave right
I'm
now.
gonna pick the
Or
Terrapins.
Lucky
I'm gonna
Drizel.
pick the Terrapins in this one, but they're gonna lose the next one.
Well, I'm also taking Maryland. I think they'll win this one.
I'd take Maryland.
Drake, not the rapper at Texas Tech.
Hide your daughters.
I got the Red Raiders in this one.
Yeah, I'll take Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
They're favored by 6.5. Terry?
Yeah, Texas Tech.
Remember when Bobby Knight was down there?
All right.
Correction, Gary Williams is still alive. I thought he'd passed away. He's still living.
All right. Sorry, Gary.
Sorry, my bad.
Playing a little Dead or Alive. with
Gary
Chip-
just changed
with
the
Chip
channel.
Carter.
He's listening.
Gary Williams, Dead or Alive.
Calipari and Patino face off.
Can they both lose?
2:40 today, CBS.
They set this up on
To
purpose.
quote my-
St. John's, Arkansas.
To quote my dad, can they both lose?
Chip, who you got?
Give me the higher seed. Give me Patino.
Pretty sure Tommy's got the Johnnies.
I do.
Would it be
Between
considered?
these two is two of the, I don't know how to say it, most untrustworthy people
Yeah.
in college basketball. I'm going to go with the Patino on this one.
So even though the number's lower, they're considered a higher seed.
Correct.
That's
So everybody
just a
took
mess.
St. John's?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. I don't blame you. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
All right, Terry, UCLA and Tennessee, who you got? Tennessee's favored by 5.5 in this one.
Yeah, this is where Tennessee's better. I'm going to take Tennessee.
And Lou Alcindor's not coming through that door. Bill Walton's not coming through that door. Tennessee's winning.
Tennessee and Johnny Wooden's not coaching them.
That's right. The greatest coach.
Give me the SEC on that
All
one,
time.
Tennessee on that one.
Never used profanity.
Illinois,
Contrary to Bobby Knight's opinion.
Illinois and Kentucky.
Did
The
not like
Illini,
them.
the 6th seed, is favored by 1.5 in this one against Kentucky, y'all. So, Terry, you were mentioning this game earlier.
Yep. They're
Who
the
you
number
got?
one scoring team. I'm taking Illinois.
Chip?
Terry, you've influenced me. I'll go Illinois as well.
It's Illinois, but they won't win. Kentucky wins.
Give me the Wildcats for this one.
Taking Kentucky.
The Boilermakers.
They can't score with them.
We'll see.
That's
They
fine.
can't score.
The
with
Boilermakers host future NC State Wolfpack head coach Will. What is it? Rogers?
Wade.
Will Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry, I can't believe he knew it. McNeese. I'm about to fall on my chair. McNeese will be
I know
at
the
Purdue
coaches.
after
Y'all
beating
just have
Clemson.
y'all's little
So who you got, Terry?
McNeese.
There you go.
Oh my God. That's wishful thinking for next year.
Purdue.
Give me the Boilermakers. Houston and Gonzaga. Chippy.
Gonzaga gives Houston a scare, but Houston pulls it out.
Houston. Five slamma-jamma.
This is a lot of chalk this year. A lot of chalk.
Five slamma-jamma for me on that one.
Gonzaga.
All right. Y'all got any other news, notes, thoughts about the college basketball?
Y'all must not understand NCAA.
Tell us about it, Terry.
Enlighten us, Terry.
Tell us what we don't understand, Terry. Educate us.
I mean, as I go down through this and I look at it and I say, okay, nobody thinks Creighton. Well, Creighton will beat Auburn. Y'all might as well guarantee that.
You have multiple
and
times.
then you
Getting
go
ready to
down
up
through
my
here,
bet.
and then y'all all take Houston. Gonzaga is more of there. Just don't count Sampson's all of a sudden got a decent team. Don't mean he's going to beat Gonzaga.
He's had a decent team for several years.
Yeah, but he ain't never had to play Gonzaga. So there's Gonzaga's
I didn't
always
know
making
Gonzaga
it.
was the powerhouse of
They're
these.
not, but they always get to the Sweet 16 and the Final 8 every year. So eliminate Houston today, they'll be gone. So I look at some of the other ones, and then let's see, Purdue against. I mean, they don't have Ely no more. He's gone.
9-12. Mark this up.
So-
And put this up. Put this on the. Put this.
I mean,
on
really.
KDC's website later.
BYU.
Even in the women's bracket, they're complaining about seeds. South Carolina got the number 2 overall seed.
I hated that, and I want to tell you something.
Hold on, poor girl,
Yeah.
poor Dawn.
Yeah, poor Dawn. That's exactly what
You're
I
a
said.
1 seed. What does it matter?
Well, the problem that bothered me
We're going to make
was,
adjustments to our schedule in the
have
future.
to-
If the standard is the standard, if that's the standard, then we can play any schedule and get a number 1 seed.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You played UCLA. Guess what? You lost. And you telling me UCLA shouldn't be number 1? I mean, where in the world did you grow up at? You played them. You lost. They should be number 1. It's simple.
I don't under. I mean, if you
Don't get me wrong. She's got a great team, but I don't understand where she was coming from. I ought to be number 1.
if you get into the tournament, just okay. All right, we didn't get a number 1 seed. I would wish we would. I'm sorry we didn't. We'll just have to prove them wrong, and we'll have to win all the games. I mean, that's.
I wonder if I'm reading this right, though. Gonzaga's 26 Sweet 16s in a row. Am I reading that right?
I do not
Trying
know.
to tell you. Y'all,
I mean,
y'all's betting charts are off the mark.
I'm just telling
That's
you, man.
insane.
That's.
That's impressive.
Am I reading that right?
They were on one of my things. What are you talking about, Terry? I know I pulled them up because I said Gonzaga.
Yeah, but they're west of that dotted line you showed us. So
They are winning that. They're going to win championship. You can bet them on win make Sweet 16
no,
if you
but
want.
they're gonna get
So
by
this is a big game for them today. Then keep that streak going.
Yeah, the straight trips, 27. Let's see, 26 seasons.
Your national title contenders: Houston, Tennessee, Duke, Gonzaga, Iowa State, Florida, Auburn, Wisconsin. But you can take Iowa State. And
No, it's 26 straight.
Gonzaga and Houston.
NCAA
all
tournament appearance.
26 straight
Probably.
bids to the tournament.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
better.
Now
That's,
show that again, Kevin.
Those are your Ken Palm
Yeah, think of
teams
that.
we were talking about earlier.
And there's Gonzaga with
yeah,
Houston,
26 straight.
and both of
bids.
them play today.
And
Yeah.
you know what it is? It's Michigan State 27 straight, Gonzaga 26 straight, Purdue 10, Houston 7, Tennessee 7, Baylor 6, Kansas 6. That's it.
What about Duke?
Real quick,
It's Duke's not on the list. 320. Is there a year that Duke didn't make it?
Chip.
Well, no, wait a minute. In
Yeah.
2020, didn't they just say they're not going?
Yeah, there's a few years that they didn't.
Maybe that was
All right,
it.
Kay was the one that started whining about the COVID.
Right,
and
right.
he's the one that started this everything. UNC will wear blue uniforms for the first time ever in the first game of the NCAA tournament. They've never been a lower seed to start the tournament.
Oh wow.
So the first time ever they wore blue the other night to start the tournament.
And it would be to Terry, your point. This would be the 10th straight year they'd win a second round game. That's pretty.
That's still impressive.
That's impressive. 26 straight years of the tournament.
So again, this is a big game for them.
All right, any other news and notes, fellas?
I will say one thing, as we're still in college basketball, the Forgotten Four
Who's that?
is still on the list. St. Francis, as of last year, has eliminated basketball, so we're going to go to the Forgotten Three. The Citadel finished this year 5-25. They did not make it. Ever since the NCAA has become established in 1939, these are teams who have never made the NCAA. William and Mary, they're 17-15. They did not make it out of the Colonial Athletic Association. And the other team is Army. They finished 16-15 out of the Patriot League. They have never made it.
Trump will take care of that.
Well, Army did have a chance way back in the 60s when Bobby Knight was coaching them, but he elected to go to NIT, so they still on this panel here. But they did accept a bid to play in the CIT tournament, which they are in.
Trump will sign an executive order requiring that the Army gets automatic bid. To the,
Hubert Davis has more NCAA tournament wins in his first 4 seasons than Roy Williams and Coach K did in their first 4 years at Kansas and Duke combined. So for you Hubert haters out there, like I said, you knock Coach K off in the Final Four.
You got
And
put your statue up, retire, whatever you want to do.
you own the W that ended K's career.
Right.
and his you beat him in his last home game in Cameron.
Right. There's nothing you can do wrong.
That's just whenever Coach K loses, it is a good thing. And I'm not even like in the Carolina fan. I'm not a Carolina fan. It's just like that man is just a deplorable person. I don't know what else to say. He's just a deplorable. But and I tell you, I still cannot get over it. And I know I talk about this. I'm like the old man telling the same story. Him being on the North Carolina High School Athletic Association sportsmanship video. Give me a break. Give me a break.
All right, when we come back,